event handler, the XtraGrid allows programmers to control the height of rows dynamically. Starting from a new WinForms application, I drop an XtraGrid control on the form and dock it to its parent. For the purpose of this example, I'm going to use a simple list as my data source. I enter the designer, switch to the column view, and create a column manually, setting both the caption and the field name properties to row height. In form1.cs, I add a small class to store my test data. I create a field in the form1 class to hold the list of data I'm using as my data source. In the form constructor, I create some test data and bind it to the grid. Note how the test data is structured so that all row heights are different. I run the application. All rows have the same height right now, but they display the values from my data source. I create an event handler for the calc row height event on the grid view. I add the following lines of code. I run my application again, and now the row heights are set dynamically depending on the content of the objects bound to the grid. Event handlers are typically the way to go with the XtraGrid if something needs to be configured at runtime. Have a look through the events supported by the grid views and the grid control itself. Thanks for watching, and of course, thank you for choosing DevExpress.